You think you could survive as a Roman legionary. You are wrong. Before you ever face an enemy's sword, Rome will try to break your feet, your back, your stomach, your sleep, and your mind. The battlefield is not the first test. It is the final one. You imagine yourself standing in a shield wall, wearing bronze, holding a sword, staring down barbarians through smoke. That is the fantasy. The truth begins much earlier. It begins with dust in your mouth, blisters under your sandals, a shield that feels too heavy, and a command shouted by a man who does not care if you understand it. You are not joining an adventure. You are entering a machine. And that machine is older, colder, and stronger than you. You are a young man from a small town, a farm, or a poor family that needs coin. Maybe you joined willingly. Maybe you were pushed by hunger. Maybe your father told you the army would make you a man. Maybe Rome simply needed more bodies. Either way, your old life ends the moment you become property of the legend. You are no longer just a son. You are no longer just a worker. You are no longer someone who can sleep when he wants, eat when he wants, walk away when he wants, or complain when he is tired. Now you belong to Rome. And Rome does not raise soft men. The first thing you receive is not glory. It is white. Your shield is called a scutum. It is large, curved, and heavy enough to make your shoulder burn after a few minutes. Your sword is called a gladius. It is short, ugly, and practical. It is not made for spinning around like a hero in a story. It is made for stabbing from behind a shield, again and again, while men scream close enough for you to smell their breath. Your javelin is called a pilum. It is designed to bend after impact, ruining an enemy's shield and making it useless. Then comes your helmet, your armor, your cloak, your food, your tools, your personal items, your cooking gear, and whatever else the army decides you need. You carry your world on your back. At first, you think the sword will be the hardest part. It is not. The hardest part is the road. The Roman army marches. Then it marches again. Then it marches after that. You walk until your legs feel like wood. You walk until dust sticks to your sweat and turns your skin into mud. You walk until the straps bite into your shoulders. You walk until every step becomes a small argument between your body and your orders. Your sandals rub your feet raw. The first blister is annoying. The second is painful. By the 10th, pain is not special anymore. It is just part of the road. You learn that a Roman legionary does not need to feel ready. He needs to keep moving. Behind you men cough. Beside you men curse. Ahead of you, the road keeps going. Nobody cares how far you have already marched. The only question is whether you can march farther. Water runs low. Your tongue sticks to your mouth. The sun burns the back of your neck. Your shield knocks against your leg. Your pack pulls at your spine. Your helmet traps heat against your skull. You start to understand something ugly. The enemy may never need to kill you. Rome may do it first. Not with a sword. With distance. With weight. With heat. With hunger. With orders. And when the march finally stops, you think you will rest. That is when the real joke begins. A Roman army does not simply lie down in the dirt like a frightened crowd. It builds a camp. The camp is called a castra. Every time the legion stops, the ground must be turned into order. You dig a ditch. You raise a rampart. You plant stakes. You arrange tents. You help mark straight lines. You prepare watches. You carry tools when your hands already feel dead. You want to collapse. Instead, you dig. Because the camp is survival. A lazy camp means a weak defense. A weak defense means a night attack. A night attack means men dying half awake, scrambling for shields in the dark. So you dig. Your arms shake. Your back burns. Your stomach growls. You look at the empty field and slowly watch it become a Roman camp. Straight lines carved into dirt like Rome itself has been stamped onto the world. That is what the castra is. Rome in miniature. Even exhaustion has rules. Even sleep has a position. Even fear has a place to stand. When the work is done, you eat. Do not imagine a feast. You get grain, bread, beans, porridge. Maybe cheese. Maybe meat if supply is kind. Most days, food is not comfort. Food is fuel. You chew because tomorrow your body must move again. You eat beside other men who look as tired as you feel. Some talk. Some stare. Some joke because silence would feel too honest. At night, you sleep under canvas with other soldiers. Your tent group is called a contubernium. Around 8 men share life together. You march together. You eat together. You sleep together. You stink together. You survive together. Or you fail together. At first, these men are strangers. Soon, they become closer than family in the worst possible way. You know who snores. You know who hides food. You know who talks too much when he is scared. You know who says nothing at all. You know whose hands shake before a fight. You know who will pretend to be brave until the first shield breaks. You also know they are watching you. If you are weak, they see it. If you panic, they feel it. If you forget your shield, you open their side. If they forget theirs, they open yours. A Roman soldier does not survive alone. That sounds noble. It is not. It means your mistakes can kill other men. And their mistakes can kill you. Soon, your private fear is no longer private. It belongs to the tent. You learn to hide it. You learn to swallow complaints. You learn to laugh when you want to vomit. You learn to sleep even when tomorrow may be worse. And every morning, Rome wakes you again. Training does not care that your body is tired. Training is where Rome removes the parts of you that hesitate. You practice with the scutum. You learn how to hold the shield close. Too far out, and your arm dies. Too low, and your face opens. Too high, and your body opens. You practice with the gladius. Short thrust. Tight movements. No wasted motion. No beautiful swings. No heroic nonsense. You are not being trained to look impressive. You are being trained to kill from inside a wall. You practice throwing the pilum until your shoulder hurts. You practice moving in formation until your legs obey before your mind complains. You practice standing shoulder to shoulder with men who smell like sweat, leather, smoke, and fear. Then comes the shield wall. This is where you learn the real lesson of Rome. One man can be brave and still die. A wall can survive. Your shield touches the shield beside you. Your feet must stay in place. Your eyes must stay forward. Your breath must stay controlled. If the man beside you moves badly, you feel it. If one man steps back, the line bends. If the line bends, fear enters. If fear enters, panic spreads. And if panic spreads, the enemy does not need to be stronger. He only needs to find the gap. The centurion watches. The optio stands behind. That is important. The centurion leads. The optio keeps men from breaking. You think the enemy in front is terrifying, but sometimes the man behind you is worse, because he is not there to comfort you. He is there to make sure you do not run. Rome understands men. Rome knows courage fades. Rome knows fear spreads. So Rome builds discipline strong enough to outlive courage. You may fear the enemy, but you also fear shame. You fear punishment. You fear failing your tent mates. You fear the centurion's staff. You fear being the reason the line breaks. And under all of that, you fear Rome itself. Roman discipline is not gentle. A soldier who disobeys can be beaten. A thief can be humiliated. A coward can become an example. A unit that disgraces itself may hear the word every soldier hates. Decimation. It is not common. It is not casual. But the memory of it is enough. 1 man out of 10. Chosen by lot. Punished by his own comrades. Even if you never see it happen, the idea sits in your stomach like a stone. That is Rome's genius. It does not need to punish everyone. It only needs everyone to remember what is possible. You begin to understand that the Roman army is not powered by bravery. It is powered by pressure. Pressure from officers. Pressure from the men beside you. Pressure from hunger. Pressure from shame. Pressure from fear. Pressure from the empire that always wants more. More roads. More taxes. More land. More obedience. More victories. And you are one body inside that hunger. Then comes a sickness. Nobody puts this in the heroic stories. Bad water can take a stronger man than any enemy. Spoiled food can empty a tent. Cold rain can turn a cough into a fever. A small wound can become something darker if dirt finds it. You learn to fear little things. A dirty cup. A wet blanket. A rotten smell from the grain sack. A man coughing too long at night. You start watching the camp differently. Not just for enemies. For weakness. For failure. For tiny problems that become graves. The army looks strong from far away. Rows of shields. Banners. Helmets. Standards. Trumpets. But inside the camp, you say the truth. A legion survives because thousands of small things do not fail at the same time. Food must arrive. Wagons must roll. Tools must not break. Orders must be clear. Water must be found. Men must not panic. 1 mistake may be survivable. 5 mistakes become disaster. And then, after the marching, digging, training, hunger, bad sleep, sickness, and fear, the thing you imagined from the beginning finally arrives. Battle. It does not feel like the stories. There is no clean music. No perfect speech. No beautiful moment where you become a hero. There is waiting. That is the worst part. You stand in formation with your scutum pressed against your body. Your gladius is ready. Your pilum feels heavy in your hand. Your mouth is dry. Your stomach feels empty and too full at the same time. Around you, men breathe through their noses. Someone whispers a prayer. Someone mutters a curse. Someone keeps adjusting his grip, again and again, because his hands will not stop sweating. The centurion walks in front. He looks harder than stone. Maybe he is afraid too. But if he is, he hides it better than you. The enemy comes closer. At first, they are shapes. Then they become men. Then they become faces. Then the sound hits. Shouting, fear, metal, orders, trumpets, your own heartbeat. The first order comes. Peel a fly. Some hit shields. Some bend. Some miss. There is no time to admire it. The distance closes. Now the shield wall matters. Everything you practiced in the dust becomes real in smoke. Shield close. Feet planted. Do not open the gap. Do not look away. Do not think about home. Do not think about dying. The pressure hits the line like a wave. Your shoulder slams into the man beside you. Your shield takes impact. You cannot see everything. That is another horror. Battle is not a wide, clean view. It is fragments. A helmet. A hand. A shield edge. A face too close. Mud under your sandals. Someone shouting your name. Someone screaming for his mother. Someone behind you yelling to hold. You do not fight like a hero. You survive like a piece of a wall. You stab when there is space. You brace when there is pressure. You move because the men around you move. You stop because the line stops. Your world shrinks to the shield in front of you, the man beside you, and the order you are trying to hear through the noise. Then something goes wrong. Something always goes wrong. A man slips. A shield drops. An order is misunderstood. A gap opens for half a second. Half a second is enough. Fear enters through gaps. Not just enemies. Fear. You feel it before you understand it. The line bends. The man beside you pushes too hard. Another steps back. The Optio shouts from behind. The Centurion screams from the front. Your body wants to run. Every animal part of you says move, escape, live. But the soldier part of you knows the truth. If you run, others run. If others run, the line breaks. If the line breaks, survival becomes luck. So you stay. Not because you are brave. Because Rome has trained fear into a shape. Because your tent mates are beside you. Because shame stands behind you. Because the wall only exists if you do. And somehow, the moment passes. Maybe your side holds. Maybe the enemy breaks first. Maybe another unit arrives. Maybe the commander's decision was good. Maybe it was luck. You survive. For now. And that is when you learn the final insult. Surviving does not feel like winning. After battle, the noise fades into something worse. Silence. Smoke moves over the ground. Men look for friends. Some call names and get no answer. Some sit down and stare at their hands. Some laugh too loudly. Some cannot speak. Your shield is damaged. Your arm shakes. Your throat hurts from shouting. Your body is still alive, but something inside you is not where it used to be. The Centurion counts men. The officers count losses. The army counts what can still march. Rome counts what can still be used. You realize that to Rome, survival is not a miracle. It is inventory. Can you still walk? Can you still hold a shield? Can you still obey? Then you are still useful. That night, you sit with your contubernium. There is an empty space where one